Dr. Flower's dying. Strickland's project could be dangerous. I have a mind to report him to Dr. Ackroyd. Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Doc.
I have managed to improve the
No, I don't think so.
A placebo is a substance or procedure that has no actual...
You made a placebo of my project.
Research has established that a placebo, as long...
Really?
Something like that.
Well, I'm a bit surprised, but...
Did you know Dr. Ackroyd never reported your experiment?
Really?
Perhaps he thinks...
See how condescending he can be? My...
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
I will not let you down, my boy. With you at our side, Doctor.
It's locked, all right. At least Strickland can't kill anyone with this formula. It's locked.
take it.
He's dead!
You'll pay for that!
Steady, boys! We've got one of them here!
Elite! Kill him!
Hey! Stupid bitch!
Hide for that! Filthy fucking bitch!
There's more and more of these bloody leeches every night. Aye. But the guards recruit more and more every year.
When did you join the guard?
This is no place for a gentleman. Oi, you! Stop there! It's one of them! Die,
It's locked, all right. I cannot enter. Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow. It's locked, all right. Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you...
Sorry, no, sir. My father does.
Your father is what?
So my father actually worries about me. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
So,
I'm not bothered. My... Why?
you have a roof over your...
That's exactly...
Forgive
Why?
you.
That's
If life here is... So that's why...
I'm not afraid.
How do you...
I'm my father.
Do you know Nurse
Yes, I know her.
Goodbye, young man.
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
It's locked, all right. So,
I'm not bothered.
do you need any medical...
Yes, I do.
I will see you. Goodbye, young man. So,
I'm not... Death is so cold. I hoped it would be more meaningful.
it's locked. Excuse me, sir.
Another journalist?
I'm not a journalist.
A doctor, you, sir.
Really?
I'm Joe Peter.
May I...
Not...
this... Why? What? What? I mean...
No, man.
Harry doesn't...
He's...
Since the criminal nature of your...
No one will ever take my son away from...
Do you have...
Only one.
Have you heard of a nurse?
Dorothy Crane.
Could you please tell me more?
She's a nice girl.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Welcome, sir.
I am Dr. Reed.
Doctor?
Have I... As...
What do you mean?
Have not...
What?
Have you heard... Yes, she's...
Dorothy,
That doesn't...
your pressure.
Right then. Show me...
You again?
What? What? I mean... Harry...
I've all...
You...
He's...
How did you begin?
There's no pride.
A job?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from...
Most people...
I don't care what you think, sir.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with you.
Oh, do you really...
How does...
I don't...
I'm not sure...
Oh, do you...
Goodbye, Mr.
For there is no protection against me.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son.
So... Would... I... Would... What... I... Good evening.
It's...
Do you know...
I don't...
So, you're not exactly...
Nuns should be the only...
Why do you hate no...
Before coming to London, she was a
Have you any...
No,
Where did you...
I said
You sent him on some preaching crusade.
as a true believer.
I have heard enough for tonight.
I'm cheap and I'm clean, I promise. Don't be shy, handsome.
I'm not looking for what you're saying.
All right then, but
Christina,
I don't... And
can...
if it...
Tell me about you.
Are you joking with me?
I have no interest in you.
Short story. The war, exile...
I always thought I was the master of my own fate.
You know, this money isn't...
Do you know Nurse?
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crasionescu.
You seem to respect.
Dorothea helps the...
Goodbye, miss.
Excuse me, sir.
Sort of. What is...
It the...
Have...
I've had... But he go... Why?
That's not... Christina Pop...
Of course I
Do you think...
I believe this...
Goodbye, Mr. Good evening, miss. I know what you're thinking. I know you understand what I'm saying. Very well. Hello again. Very well. Hello again. I know... Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Very well.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them! He's done for! There's one of them vermin!
Good evening, sir.
If you're here for a reward,
I'm not here for a bounty.
doctor,
Do you require assistance?
not me, but
I don't approve of your actions, but I know... What,
that's
Miss... If I were...
so it's an... People,
What-
people.
You seem to have recovered well since your...
Not much. It was a fucking nightmare.
You'd better not... I'm looking...
Dorothy Crane.
Tell me true...
By keeping my tenants alive, she's making me a...
Has she treated...
No. Was I that evil to deserve such punishment? My only regret is that no one will mourn me, for I have never been loved.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir.
Actually...
Then you have come to the right place.
Oh, really?
Ah, my...
Tell me,
Read...
what... Is there anyone...
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt.
Did...
I don't like to talk about...
Competition?
Never met her, but...
I'd like to see what kind of...
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking...
There is no Dorothy.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says that...
Really? Well, I'm afraid...
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
It's locked. I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
You are blinded by...
Good evening.
His father.
I have had enough.
Good evening, Doc.
I heard you're investigating and
Not much, I'm afraid.
I'm afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital.
Ah, could it be Doc?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist.
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious.
He never goes...
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him.
Really?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
He never...
No,
Really?
No,
Goodbye, Mr. Duck. Good evening, sir.
Please be my guest. Although I'm...
Really? Are you an artist?
I'm a poet, sir.
But if... What do you do? Yeah.
But... I don't... If well... On what not? What?
And in what way?
The struggle by gaslight.
If you say so.
Such vibrant...
Vivid.
Oh yes?
Did you know the mute florist is a...
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information.
Are you not curious?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in...
I fear you...
Guilty!
May I ask you a few...
Extraordinary part of town.
I'm looking for
Dorothy Crane.
What can you tell me about an old man called
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him.
Not interested in your...
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those...
What could that not... I'll leave you... Tell me about... I know... Very well. The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in. I cannot enter. Good evening, Christina. Clayton Darby claims he...
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with...
Are you talking...
I've seen your thought.
Why this...
How can you speak about starvation if...
Clayton... Goodbye.
You again?
Goodbye. Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Don't you see we're on the same side?
I'm nothing like...
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what...
I have to admit your words have...
It's locked, all right.
If you want...
We've not been former...
I am Darius Petrescu.
So, she's... Tell me everything you know.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered.
Are you in love?
Don't be stupid.
Who is she, really?
She's not from around here, that...
You say she has no
Well, there's that awful...
Do you have any family?
Oh, no.
Don't...
No.
I know you fought, but... How did you meet...
I'm her oldest friend in England.
You mean...
Really?
Goodbye, Mr.
Can you hear my voice? I need help.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Raz Van Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Aspirin and salicin, you say? Why not some warm milk and a kiss on the cheek? Where are the quinine salts?
Tried buying, borrowing, even stealing. There's none to be found, Doctor.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Don't question me, nurse. I need a drain. Now.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor!
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor. We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could? Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all...
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Listen very carefully, Dorothy. You will erase from your memory everything you pretend to know about Lady Ashbury and Pembroke Hospital.
Let that rich bitch off the hook over my dead
Nurse
body.
Crane, enough. Listen as if your life depended on every word. I know you've a generous heart who gives freely to those in need, but you shall walk away from the shadier streets of your business.
I will never abandon...
Dorothy, the discussion has come to a close. Your clandestine activities in the Resistance are over. Let it go.
I'll let it go. Yes. All gone.